Hey, welcome all you Inktober Tanglers. This is Yehudit Steinberg, certified Zentangle teacher, and I am back again on day 30 to show you how to do the step out for the pattern SaveU. In this channel, we have been here. Well, this is a brand new channel. So we started October 1st, and we have been putting up a pattern a day for the past 30 days. And we are almost finished this challenge. So if you have made it through to the end, congratulations, because it really is a commitment to draw every day. So in these videos, we have two parts. We have the step out, and then we draw where we draw the pattern step by step, and we learn how the pattern works. And then we go to our mandala, or a drawing that we have chosen, and put that pattern into that drawing. So today is day 30. This is SaveU, and you can see the step out as well. So we do have a beginner's guide. If you haven't gotten it and you want to be able to do this challenge, you don't have to do it in October. You can do it whenever you like, and you don't have to do it every day. But anyway, I have a beginner's guide that in the links in the description that gives you everything that you need to do this pattern, either during the challenge when it was happening in October 2022 or later on. In the beginner's guide kit is our tangle step out, and we have a mandala template. So let's get started, dive right in and draw this tangle. So the pattern, we're going to go over to my studio and we will get started. So here's the mandala, and I'm going to put this pattern right in the center just after we do the step out. And we are just almost through. And this is how the mandala is starting to shape up. I started to do a little bit of shading, but I will do a little more. And we will get started now with learning how to draw this pattern. So again, I have the step out, and Zentangle method has a special way to draw a pattern with adding one elemental line at a time with no more than 6 steps. And some of the patterns the last couple of days have been I would call easy beginner patterns. This pattern gave me, it was the first time I had drawn it, and it gave me a little run for my money. And so I'm going to show you in the step out how I do it. And let's get started. So I'm working on a 4x6 tile that goes into my file box, and with 1 to 31 numbers, and it's going to be my Inktober file box. And that is I'm going to pause this just for a moment. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to get the step out. I'm going to trace the stencil. Now this stencil was created especially for drawing step outs, and I'm really happy I found it. It really is the basis to be able to make it easy and organized. I will be doing a follow-up video with all the materials that we used during this challenge, and I'll be having links to where you can get them. So that'll come up in November. All right, so then I like to write the name of the pattern, which is SaveU. And it's day 30. Boy, the month has gone quickly. And definitely has gone quickly. And it was created by Nadine Roller. Certified Zentangle teacher. All right. So we use a contrasting color every time we have a new step. I'm going to start with my pencil, and I'm going to do a little extra step. You may not have to do it, but I'll explain as we go. So I'm going to put a dot in what I'm going to say, well, that's sort of center. And then I'm going to draw line vertical, horizontal, so now I have six sections. Kind of want these lines to be, the similar in length. But what we're going to do now is we're going to connect them this way. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm going to turn this around. This way. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have 8 spaces. And then, so we're going to recreate that here. Well, I started with my cross. Hope we got it. Uh-oh. Oh, it is the way it is. Let me see if I can get this out just a little bit. There we go. So this is like a little bit of a curved line here. Now, if I hadn't have drawn those guidelines, I think that my design would be all over the place. So that's how I do it. If you can eyeball it and be able to get 8 fairly equal squares, then you can leave out that extra step, but I wanted to show you because that really helped me. So I'm going to eyeball what's going to be kind of the center here, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a center like so. Then I'm going to turn it a little bit, and I'm going to repeat the process. See? And it starts to create a little star in the middle. It's kind of cool. That's why I did that little guideline, but I'm going to get rid of those guidelines right now. All right, so that's the step. We end up with a kind of this star-like figure here, and I'm going to take I'm going to erase my guidelines. All right. So let's draw this again here. And with our black pen, again, I need my guidelines. So sometimes these step outs can take a little extra time. I find it's kind of worth it. I also find it relaxing. So that's just really and maybe for you, after you've done this a few times, you won't need the guidelines. But it's what made it work for me. So That's everybody works a little different. Oops, we're off camera. Sorry about that. Just trying to figure out the best camera angles and the best way to move my hands. I've always talked with my hands, so hands moving underneath the camera tend to make it blur. So I'm doing my best not to do that. So the next really step that we add here is we're going to put little stars in the middle. Draw some little stars in the middle here. Or maybe they're people. I'm not sure what it signifies, but it could be people. Doing these every day, it makes it difficult to do a lot of research on the backstory. So you might have to do some searching, and I have a guide in the beginner's guide. There is a link to an official Inktober Tangles that has links for each of these tangles as well. So if you want to do that, you can get it. The link's in the description. So now we're going to draw again. We're going to draw this whole thing here, and then there's 2 more steps that we need to do. So I'm getting a little better sense of what the length. I think I'm a little bit off, but it'll work. We'll make it work. Okay. You know, now that this is like the 4th time I'm drawing this, I can get into a bit of a rhythm. There you go. So we're going to put our little shapes in the center here. Okay. Now, what we're going to do for the next step is we're going to draw an outer layer. So this outer layer is going to there you go. And then there's one more there's one more step. Let me know in the comments if you try this way that I was showing you, if it worked for you, or if you found a better way, or if you're just able to make them even. I'd really like to know. There's so many different ways to do things, and we're all individuals. So, but let me know if this was helpful. I'm always looking for the easiest way to show you to do some of the more complicated patterns, because it's a little bit complicated, but boy, it's simple steps. And then you're like, wow, how did you draw that? That's why we want to have a step out, so we know how we drew it. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna turn this around, and I'm going to add that extra layer. Now, watch what we do next, and it's really cool. Okay, so let's turn this to the top, and let me just okay. Well, let's give it a try. Not sure if I got this quite right. It's getting a little sloppy. Let's see. sometimes every time you do something, it changes a little. But there you go. We've got quite a design. And we want to put our little people in here, or whatever they are. So they're looking like a little human. Could be a star. Make up your own story. It's your art. Okay. So there's a lot of embellishment that can happen with this pattern. Because I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put these over here. And then I'm going to do this in here. I'm going to do that over on the mandala instead of taking up the time on this, but you can definitely, you could take a screenshot of this and you can fill this in off camera. So let's get our mandala supply ready, and we are going to start part 2. Part 2 of SaveU. This is the template that we're using that's in your beginner's guide. And we are now going to jump back into the studio and we're going to draw SaveU in the center of this pattern. Okay, so I think you're going to want to see it a little bit closer. And I'm going to I'm not sure how big it's going to be because this is a pretty small space. This is 2 inches by 2 inches, and this is like an inch or 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to mark off my sections and just draw one. Oh, we end up drawing just the first part of it. So let's doing a little improvising here. We'll see if it works out. It better, it's the center. It's the center of this masterpiece. I hope it works. I think it is going to work. There we go. And then we're going to do There we go. And well, we got that laid in there. That's a nice size space. I'm going to put an oar around it. So we do this one line at a time. Every time you do a pattern, it's a little different. And the space, you know, if the space is different, the size is different. So you want to do not have a lot of expectations of what it's going to look like at the end. It's really more about what are you going to draw next. And so we have a general idea of what the pattern is. It's not set in gold, you know, there's no right or wrong way really to do it in terms of your artistic embellishments. But so I'm going to just give these some little lines. And do that all the way around. I will probably embellish, but I'm going to wait till I'm off camera to embellish this and figure out what colors I might add to it. So that basically is the pattern and of SaveU. And we just have one more pattern left for the next video, and we will be finished with this series. So I want to thank you for watching, for drawing with me, for subscribing, for getting the beginner's guide, and all those good things. We will be back tomorrow with another video, day 31. And let's see what. So here's the last pattern of this series. It's called Pangea. It's a pretty easy beginner tangle with, you can make a lot of little doodle-like embellishments. It's a lot of fun. So come back for the next video. Grab your guide with the link in the description if you want to follow along and get the emails, etc. And if you care to subscribe, you know, I guess you have to subscribe to the channel. So you have to click on my channel and subscribe. I guess it's different for every different thing. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. And we will be back for the last pattern in this series tomorrow, October 31st, 2022. Take care. See you again. Bye-bye.